So, right. There's that. So, well, good evening. I'm Liliana Rodríguez from Mexico. I'm a bachelor in computer science and administration with a master in competency-based education, partner consultant at Genovates here in Mexico since 2012, network leaders coordinator for 6 Seconds Latam, brain profiler evaluator from 6 Seconds too, and an enthusiastic origamist. So welcome to this session of the workshop Decoding Emotions with Origami. So are you excited? Maybe? Curious? Okay. Well, my objective is to awake interest in the knowledge, acquisition, and strengthening of emotional intelligence skills through the use of origami. Why did I choose origami? Well, over the years, working with some fellow origamists, we've realized that this ancient art of paper folding has a lot of benefits for all in different topics. And in this particular case, it allows us to work with people from different ages in workshops and courses related to emotional intelligence. So we found that for many people, during the process of creation with an origami technique, through different foldings, allows them to focus their attention on the varied emotions present during the process, even since the beginning, because they need to choose the type and color of the paper or the color of the pen or pencil. And it's interesting to be aware that we help them to recognize those emotions that sometimes are hidden in the deepest part of themselves. And in some ways, they cannot identify and name it. So I hope that the content provides you with information and generates interest and promotes the practice of these skills with yourself and with all those people with whom you interact on a daily basis, either personally or due to this situation or occasion virtually like us. So let's begin. Before introducing you to a useful tool that I want to show you, let's do a brief activity. In a few words, please describe what is emotional intelligence for you. Maybe in a few words in chat or with your own voice. 1 or 2 people, if you want to share with us. Nobody? No, don't be shy.
Emotional intelligence is skill or ability to able your emotions and make that emotions work for you, not against you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Shipna Singh says ability to manage emotions effectively. Okay, very good. Anyone else? No? Well, so the second question. And the emotions, do you recognize your emotions and the names according to their intensity? Do you recognize when you are, you have joy, you are happy, or you are sad?
Yeah, to a great extent now, because since I have started practicing this emotional intelligence, now I am able to identify particular emotion and the intensity of the emotion also. Not if I'm there is a difference between being angry and being furious, so I can identify that. Right?
Okay, thank you very much. So let's see what we'll find out next with this information you gave us. Can you guess how many emotions a human can experience? No, maybe not. I'm not aware either. So neither, sorry. A study by the Greater Good Science Center suggests there are 27 distinct emotions at least, okay? And that does not even include combinations of emotions, you know? So with so many emotions, how can one navigate emotions without getting lost? The answer is naming and recognizing emotions, okay? So the emotions are physiological and social processes that induce us to act by means of signals or impulses with our brain, exchange of chemicals and neuronal connections, and that suppose a great cerebral and organic activity and help us in making decisions and performance. Then, emotional intelligence is the combination of emotions with thoughts to achieve efficient decision making, which will lead us to be in harmony with ourselves and with others. Emotions help direct our attention and motivate us, but on many occasions, it's not easy to identify and name them. Okay? For this, we are going to use a very useful resource, named The Wheel of Emotions by Robert Plutchik, and as complement, a beautiful piece of origami related with it. So I'm going to share my screen to show you this wheel of emotion. It's okay, the image is okay? Okay. So this is the Plutchik's wheel of emotions. Anybody, somebody knows this? Yeah? Okay. If you have some questions or something, please let me know. Okay? I'm going to move this panel. Let me move this. Okay. So who was Robert Plutchik? He was an American psychologist who divided emotions into 8 basic categories with specific and appropriate name. The 8 basic emotions are joy, fear, sadness, disgust, anger, surprise, trust, and anticipations. Generally, the names with which we identify our emotions are those that call the basic emotions, and that limits our recognition of the emotional intensity that we experience, and therefore to be able to give them the appropriate name. So what is the use of naming emotions? Naming emotions helps us develop our emotional awareness, recognize patterns, strengthen our consistent thinking, find out inner motivation, navigate emotions, increase empathy, and find out our noble goal in life. So let's review this. The 8 basic emotions, if you notice, are in the center with different colors. As in, did you saw the Pixar movie Inside Out with the car? Okay. If you notice, the colors aren't the same because terror was purple, I think, and terror here is green. But it's okay. We only need to have an idea to identify with a simple color, but the most important is to name it the emotion, okay? So all emotions in turn can be mixed with each other, giving rise to mixed emotions, which are even more difficult to notice, but not impossible. For practice, some examples of mixed emotions can be seen on the flower or wheel here. Love, submission, awe, disapproval, remorse, contempt, aggressiveness, and optimism. So we have polar opposite. What this is? Like many things in nature, there is a duality with emotions. Hence, each one has its polar opposite. Sadness is the opposite of joy. Trust is the opposite of disgust. Fear is the opposite of anger. And surprise is the opposite of anticipation. Okay? And now in this wheel have an intensity. Do you see the intensity of the color, right? So this degree of change is intensity. From very strong to not so much produces the diverse amount of emotions we can feel, such as trust goes from acceptance to admiration. Fear goes from timidity to terror. Surprise goes from uncertainty to amazement. Okay? Sorry, somebody is here. And sadness goes from gloominess to grief. Disgust goes from dislike to loathing. Anger goes from annoyance to fury. Anticipation goes from interest to vigilance. And joy goes from serenity to ecstasy. So think about a situation. Oh, no, sorry. I'm going to explain this, but I want to stop here for a second. What do you think about it? Do you have some questions or something about this? Any doubts? Everything is okay? No? Okay. So let's have an activity right now. Think about a situation that you have experienced recently, maybe a few hours ago, maybe yesterday, whatever, okay? Maybe it can be a difficult one or pleasant, because let's remember that emotions are neither good or bad, but it will depend on the way of activating the effect that we cause by being aware or not to them in us and in others, okay? So maybe you can take a paper, the color you want, if you have papers, maybe blank paper, and let's divide in 5, maybe only with lines, 5 lines, to have 5 places. Okay? So now write in each section what corresponds. For example, in the first one, situation. In the second, thought. In the third, feeling. In the fourth, action. And next, result. Okay, so I'm going to give you maybe 3 minutes to write about the experience in situation. Then in thought, think about at that moment you thought about what? You thought what happened. Maybe it's an example. I was terrified because I didn't have water. I want to take a shower, but I don't know what to do. And I was thinking, oh, I need to take a bath because I need to be prepared and be ready. That was my thinking, okay? Then the feeling, I felt anxious, I felt some fear or some apprehension or something, okay? Please take some names from this wheel of emotions for the feeling. And in action, what you did in that situation. And the result, what happened with all the things you thought, you feel, how and act. Okay. With this situation, we're going to work in our origami creation, you know, but I need that please you write and think about this situation. Do you have any questions here? In the meantime, I'm going to explain something. Maybe it's useful for you. This wheel of emotions is have diets, have combinations, you know, for emotions. So the first is combining the one and the near one, and the second near the first we choose. Okay, so joy plus trust is love. Joy plus anticipation is optimism. Trust plus fear, submission. Fear plus surprise is awe. Surprise plus sadness, disapproval. Sadness plus disgust, remorse. Disgust plus anger, contempt. Anger plus anticipation, aggressiveness. Okay? There are mixed emotions for this one. Or maybe we have another kind of emotions. Maybe we have joy plus fear, guilt. Joy plus anger, pride. Trust plus surprise, curiosity. Trust plus anticipation, fatalism. Fear plus sadness, despair. Surprise plus disgust, disbelief. Sadness plus anger, envy. Disgust plus anticipation, cynicism. And we have another diet. Joy plus surprise, delight. Joy plus disgust, morbidity. Trust plus sadness, sensibility. Trust plus anger, domination. Fear plus disgust, embarrassment. Fear plus anticipation, anxiety. Surprise plus anger, displeasure. And sadness plus anticipation, pessimism. So with this information, you could notice more emotions that maybe you have problems to recognize or don't want to recognize, but are inner. Okay. So everybody have this, your situation in the paper? Everybody right? So maybe somebody wants to share something? What do you think? No? Well, so let's fold. This is a piece that we are going to fold today. This star is like the plotted wheel of emotions. Did you notice? Okay. So for this activity, we will need 8 colors, a sheet of papers in color or in blank paper. Everybody have the square, or maybe somebody have this kind of paper? Please let me know in the chat. Everybody's ready with the paper? Okay. Well, if somebody have this kind of paper, we only need to fold to create, you notice? This. And then we only need to cut this part. And we will create the square. Okay. You need to cut this, but this is a square. Okay. If not, we will start to create this. Okay. So please take your paper and then fold in the diagonal crease like this. Okay. During the folding process, keep in mind the feelings that you are experiencing, the sensations, and try to give them a name. You can use again Plotch's Wheel of Emotions to help you recognize if it's a basic emotion or you are discovering that it's a mixture of emotions. Okay? And if you feel some frustration about folding, please don't worry. You always could start again, okay? So I'm going to put this if you need to notice something, okay? So let's unfold. And then we need to fold this to the center at the diagonal crease, forming a triangle. And mark. Okay. The same thing in the other side. Origami always, or mostly always, are symmetrical. Everybody's here? Okay, now, this side are going to fold to the center. Here. And again, the same to the other side. We're going to create like a diamond. No? Okay. Everybody's here? So let's continue. Now, we have this crest created, this diagonal. So we need to fold this side parallel with this line, but only in the half. I mean, if I put this, I only need to mark like this in the middle only. Okay, again, I'm going to fold parallel this side with this line and only mark the half. Okay, I don't fold. And again, in the other side. I don't fold, and we have these lines created. Everybody's here with me? So these lines, we're going to have a backward folding, marking both lines. Okay. And this is the magic, because you only need to push and appear this form. Everybody's here? Or maybe, okay, again, I'm going to repeat from this point, okay? We have this, and then this part, this side, we're going to fold, putting this side parallel with this line. I'll mark only at this line to the middle, only the half part. Okay? Let me put the mark. We're going to put this, to fold this here, and we only need to mark the half. Okay, this part here, and the other side too. These are the folding lines, the crisp we create. Okay. Please let me know if you need to if you need to repeat this. So if not, when we have this, we need to fold backward in these lines, and then we only need to fold like this. No? Again, I'm going to repeat the folding process since the beginning, okay? First, we have our paper, then we need to fold like this, forming a triangle. Okay, and mark very well the diagonal line. And we form a crisp this line. Okay, we have this line. So this side, we're going to fold this side to the middle to form another mini triangle. like this. And then the other side. And we have this figure. Okay. Then we're going to do the same, but with this part. We need to fold this part to the middle. And we will form this. Is this part? It's the same folding like this, but it's the smallest. And the same with the other part. Do you have this? No, she had. Okay. So we need to have this like this. The small part here up this part. Okay. So again, we need to fold this part in parallel with this line. Only marking here, only marking the halfway, okay? Like this. And unfold. And again, with the other side. It's okay? Oh. All together. I don't know. Okay, yes. Snehal? Yes, great. Okay, so let's fold from in these diagonal lines backward. Only to mark backward, okay? Both. We have this part that opens here in the front and this part back. And then we only need to fold. Yes, great. So we need to do 7 more because are the picks of our for our start. Okay. So please let me know, how do you feel? Somebody wants to share? How do you feel during this folding process? It's okay, don't be shy.
So initially I was thinking that I can't make it, but it was, a good feeling that I could learn something new. I like doing origami. Many times I have to do it for my child because for a school project. So I watch in the YouTube and I make butterflies and all those things. So it's a nice feeling. And when I have made it, so I'm very happy.
Okay, great. And you're Snihal is your name? I don't know if it's, yeah. And what about the others?
I feel distracted because I'm not getting. And mid of the time, yeah, in mid, I didn't recognize whether I'm doing in a good, right way or wrong. So I feel
Okay.
distracted and surprised too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. And well, I have another activity in at the same time. Please write, maybe inside, the feelings that maybe you have hidden or don't want to recognize, or maybe have difficult to recognize, only for you. Please write in each part, in each part of the star that you will create, an emotion, mixed emotion maybe, or one of these emotions with the intensity. And maybe if you have color paper, you could use the paper you want to, the color you want to express, which you want to express the emotion right now. Maybe, maybe not. You choose, okay? But we need to create 7 more. So let's start again. Let's fold. We're going to create a triangle. And mark very well. And then fold to the middle, this side, to form another triangle. And the same in the other side. Like this. Again, the other part, the same, folding. And the same in the other side. It's okay, everybody's okay with this folding? The folding from this part? I'm going to put some no, it's too calm. I'm going to put something more. It's better, this music? How many peaks you have? How many points? Remember, in this step, we need to fold backward. Please notice all the feelings, all the emotions, and your thoughts about this moment, or about the situation to experience. Okay. You know that origami is very useful for a lot of things, and for therapy, in different areas, in learning techniques for kids, for adults, in the enterprise, for design, for a lot of things around us. At this time, I want to show you that it's very useful to notice emotions, to have a time with us, change our mindset sometimes, and be aware about the most important thing. Wellness and the wellness of surroundings. If you want to share with us some insights during this process, it's okay. We are here to learn and to share. Yes. Do you have something to share? Okay, you need some help? Let me. Okay, let's repeat. I'm going to fold.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah,
I'm not getting the last fold. How to
okay, I'm
fold?
going to fold for you. I'm going to repeat.
Okay, ma'am.
Let me fold. Okay, okay. Okay, we have this.
Yes.
Okay, so this part, this side, we're going to fold, putting in parallel with this this line.
Yes, I have done this.
Okay,
Mhm.
like this.
Yes. Yes.
And you only need to mark the the half, okay? The half line.
Yes.
And the same with the other side. Okay, we have these marks, this crisp, okay? But we need to fold backward, to mark backward. These lines. Like this. First, one side, and the other side again. And if you notice, you only need to fold like this, and you will create this part of the star. Again,
Ma'am, look at this. Like this.
no. You have this
Yes.
folding part,
Yes.
folding part, then
Yes.
you only need to mark backward this side and this side, and you need to push in the center this to fold. You have this, okay?
Hmm.
Fold. You have this. You only need to push like this.
This one, no?
Yes, like this. Great.
Yeah. I made it.
Yes, great. How do you feel?
Great.
And before this,
Yes, ma'am.
what was your feeling? What was your emotion?
I'm so happy.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so happy
So
to do this.
you need to do 7 more, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. So what about the others? How many parts you have? You already have? Because you know, this is a little bit difficult part, but it's not impossible. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Again, do you need the repeat again? Paramjit?
No, I got it.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if we only need to put together the pieces, all the pieces. Because I think you need to do something more. So if you have some 2 or 3 pieces, I'm going to show you how to put together. Okay. So,
I have 4 pieces now.
okay. Okay. So we have this part. So we need to combine this with this. We need to assemble this with this. So we have these doors, like doors, okay? And we have this part. The smallest part is in the big part of the other piece. And we need to only push like this, or maybe you could put here and embrace like this. Again, we have this part is the big one. We only need to open it, and in the small part of the other piece, introduce it here and embrace like this. Okay, let's repeat. Please try to push to the end like this. Okay, and then we're going to put the other piece. We could open just a little and push inside. Like this. It's okay, it's difficult, it's easy. So.
Ma'am, please folding wala repeat again.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, fixing it.
Okay. We have this part, the small one. We're going to insert in the big one. Like this. You could open, maybe you could use a pencil or something to help you to open and insert the small part and embrace like this. You only need to push. If you have difficult, you could open again and like this. You only need to be sure that you insert to the top this part. Okay, so please make the other part with the half of the pig. 4 and 4. You know, sometimes if you need to, in origami, we don't use glue, but if you want to use it, it's okay. Don't worry. Paramdip, something, it's okay, very good.
So we have to make 8, right?
Yes?
7 or 8.
Do you have the middle?
Only 2 sheets now.
Okay. We need to put together the 8.
Okay.
And for this is the most difficult part, I think. We need to try to insert this part here. Again, if you want to put glue, it's okay. We need to open, maybe with a pencil or a pen or something. This is one part. And the same with the other side. Carefully open the sides, open the doors. And we will have our star. What about your kids, Karanjit?
She's very excited what Mama is doing.
Okay,
She just want to see what I am making.
okay.
Hello, Auntie.
What?
Hello, Mom.
Hello, what's your name?
Rahul.
Oh, nice to meet you. So, this is the result. What about you? If you doesn't have success right now, it's okay. Please notice your feelings and name
Wow.
it. Great, Nandini. Great. Oh, very colorful.
Thank you.
And no glue, right?
No glue. Yes.
Okay, great. I have this, and this is the one more alike the Wheel of Emotions. What do you think? We have time for a little surprise or no?
We do have.
To do this. I love my butterflies. I want to show you how to do this. But I don't know if we have time, Lara, for somebody here.
Yeah, we are just on time.
Okay, please let me know if I can show this or maybe in another time. What about your the stars? Are okay, your stars? Okay.
So I guess, if you can stop sharing so everybody can show what they have made.
What?
So if you can just stop sharing, your screen. So
Okay.
everyone would be able to, yeah, sure.
Great. So how do you feel right now after the folding process?
Wonderful.
Great, Paramjit. Great. And did you notice some emotions? that you have hidden, maybe? Do you notice or name it emotions that you don't want to recognize sometimes? Do you feel that you need to understand more about your emotions, the mixed emotions? Yeah. Maybe if Lara agrees, I could share with you a little exercise. Maybe it's a little document later.
Yeah,
via
definitely.
email
Yes, ma'am.
with this information and the exercises we did during the workshop. What do you think?
Of course, ma'am.
Okay, great. So, questions, comments, insights, doubts, comments? No? So, I don't know. Is time for this or no?
So pretty.
So
Yes?
wonderful. So wonderful.
So wonderful. Thank you. So I think it's okay. This is very brief. Okay. You really want to learn the butterfly. It's very easy, you know? Let's do it very fast. So we only need this paper. Please share please share, sorry. Please choose the color you prefer. And then we need to fold like this, a triangle. Please mark the lines very well, very careful. And we need to repeat in the other side, the same folding. Like this. Okay? So let's turn the paper and we need to fold like this. And the same folding in the other side. Okay? And let's return to the front part. And if we push with our finger in the middle, we will have this, like this. Okay? Everybody's here? So we only need to fold like this. It's very easy. And we need to fold by this line, the middle line. And here we need, only here we need our scissors. So put this, and we only need to cut in a circular way, like this. Okay? Like this, please cut and unfold. 4. And then, very careful, we need to put this side like this. No, sorry. No, excuse me, my mistake. We need to fold this part to the middle, and the same thing in the other side. Sorry, was my mistake. You need to obtain this. Okay, again. We only need to fold like this. Okay. And then if we turn the piece, we need to fold like this. Please mark this part. And then we fold to the front. And we only need to like this.
Ma'am, can we repeat the last step?
Okay. You need to fold this part. Very careful because it will cause some broken wings. And then we need to fold this part, this point, this point. And then we have our butterfly. Great. So I hope you enjoyed these activities. I hope we learn together. Great, Nandini. Great, Shidna. Please give me your comments. They are very useful for me and motivates me and makes me happy.
So it was great. The feeling is great, and I'm feeling, accomplished after completing these two things that I have created. And I think creativity makes you focused. Whenever you are making something, you are being creative, you are focused at that time. So it is very good activity for children as well as adults also, because at that time we are focused and we are not thinking of any other thing. And it is very good also to navigate from some, you can say, hard feelings or difficult emotions. So whenever we do, mindfulness activities or art therapy or this kind of origami, so we can navigate from any difficult emotions. So it is very good for us also as an educator and for children. Definitely it's very good for children. So today I learned two things. So thank you, Liliana. It was a
Thank
wonderful session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shidna. Yeah. I hope you could use some of these techniques with your kids, with the kids, with the as educators, Well, learning always excites me, so it was a very exciting session. Thank you, Nandini.
Yes, I totally agree with Chetna. This is a very mindfulness activity. We can practice with the children or with the adult. And one thing I found out that for regulating our self-emotion, if you are facing some adverse emotion, anger,
Okay.
frustration, and if you practice this activity, you maybe cool down and you can regulate your emotions. I can find
Yes.
this also.
Thank you, Shidna.
Yeah.
And some One master I know told us, if you don't want to fall and only want to have the frustration gone, do this with a paper. And then you can find some interesting Chris. An interesting form, you know? Something like this. I don't know. And start again.
Yes.
That's nice. A wonderful tip, I would say.
Yeah, but only with paper. Only with paper.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So thank you very much. for
Thank you,
coming.
Liliana. Thank you for this wonderful activity and this workshop.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Rihanna. Thank you everyone for attending this workshop today. And we hope to see you again next month.
Yeah,
Okay.
great. And so I'd be glad to help you and share with you this approach to origami and emotional well-being. If you want to write me or maybe with Lara or something, please let me know. Okay. Have
Bye.
a great night.